Well, we're back with another Laminar Lip story today. I went to take my lip off to clean underneath it after I come back from a ride, and I wanted to get the bug, get the shade off my face, get the bug juice off before it's set. And I was prying it off. You know, they say use a butter knife. I had a butter knife. I just couldn't get it off, so I tried using that little small screwdriver in there to start prying it off, and I got one off, and I went to get rid of the other one, and then the little adhesive came off in my hand. So I got them now. I pulled all of them off, and so I'm going to use the nut and bolt kit that I asked Laminar Lip to send me. So that'll be better for me and much more secure, because I know it's not going to come off. So I wasted 24 hours of electricity to keep this thing over 70 degrees. So, okay, I found I'm going to use my electric screwdriver. I've already got one hole drilled, and it's slow speed, and I'm using a countersink bit that's got a very pointy point to it, and with a cutting edge. And this thing goes so slow, and got a nice sharp point. I can center point at the same time, or center punch and drill. According to my drill gauge here, it's probably about a 13 or 3/16 screw, but I'm going to drill it over. I'm going to get out one of my 13 or 3/16, excuse me, screw. I'm going to bore out to 13/64, which should give me a little bit of room. I don't know if I'll go to 7/32. Just I may have to do that once I get it on the scoot screen and bore everything through to get them all so that they're lined up right. I may have to oversize one or two of them, so we'll see. Okay, I found that I had a larger diameter, a 13/64 shaft on one of my larger counterboring, and it's got that tiny point to it, and it's got a nice slow auger. So when I put it to my 1/4-inch drill, I can run it real slow. So. Perfect size for my screws. So, okay, I got all the holes drilled. I got a little bit of melted plastic on the inside, and then a little bit where it came up on the outside. So I'm going to get something. I got some tape, or I'll think of it when I come back. My little handy dandy manual countersink, so I can eat some of that plastic off and get it down to where it's smooth. And it'll probably help the plastic too by having a little bevel around the hole instead of having a sharp edge. It's got a little bevel to it. I think that will relieve some of the tension that may be built up. Nice and smooth. And you can see just a little hair of bevel in there too. So, and I'm debating whether or not to, now that I'm bolting them on, to take off these little shiny silver things. Okay, I got one of the holes drilled all the way through, and I used my reamer to, that's what I call this thing, not a countersink, a reamer, to get the plastic off the back. The screen is a little harder than the Laminar Lip plastic, but it drilled okay. But I've got it reamed off. I got one bolt holding it in position, and I got it all clamped down, so I'm still level, and I keep checking that. So let me go do another one, and then I'll come back and maybe I'll drill one online. I didn't want, or on camera, I didn't want to do anything and have the little radiating cracks come out and have another one of those cussing moments. Okay, I've got all 4 holes drilled. Now I'm going to take the screen off, and I've got my screws in the bottom to keep everything lined up, so I'm pretty happy with the positioning of it. So now I'll take this off, and I'll take my my awl and clean out all the holes on both sides of the stock screen, and to make sure I got little bevels on the edges so I don't produce any cracks. So let me go ahead and disassemble everything, clean it all up, and then I'll go ahead and assemble it. Okay, I got it back on, and it seems to fit. It's one of those things that I don't know how you're ever going to keep from getting a few little Mars on the plexiglass. So I think maybe after this thing goes, I might get one of those dark smoked sport screens and give that a try. But now it's on. I can take it off at any time, and I don't have to worry about it coming loose. One thing I noticed after I put it on was the screen really had a lot of wobble on it, especially in some heavy headwinds and side winds. The screen really flexed a lot. So, and also I like this too with the spacers, because it looks like it's a bigger gap in there. And I think I'm going to go to the hardware store and get maybe one more nylon washer. It comes nylon screw, nylon washer, bigger washer, rubber washer, stock screen, nylon washer, and then the nut. And I think if I get one more nylon washer, a big one to put on the other side of the rubber one, I can separate it a little more and drive maybe a little more air through there. And I think that may help improve getting over the top. We'll see. But also it will get rid of the extra threads that are sticking out. I think I might do that and get some 3/16 plastic acorn nuts, the kind that are like cap nuts, to put over the end of the thread, so I don't, if I go flying off in a header or something like that, one of these little guys doesn't, go ripping through me. So I'm done. I guess I'm happy. If you get one of these laminar lips, don't even waste your time with the little dots, because it's just a frustration from start to finish. You just go ahead and set it up and drill the holes. And one of the secrets is this countersink bit that's the right size for the nuts, and it's got a very sharp point on it. And that is the, hopefully I'm in focus, that's the thing that works. Yeah. Very sharp point, and go low speed, and you just kind of burn your way through, and then get your rasp, or not your rasp, but your, well, you know what I mean, tapered reamer, and then clean out both sides of all the holes, mainly to relieve the stress and any of that plastic, and also to smooth it up, and put just a slight little bevel on the flat surfaces, and that will relieve some of the stress that you may have put in while you drilled the hole. So if you relieve it both sides with just a little bevel on the edge of the hole, it should have no problems in the future. So, and from Big Wheels Turning, until the next time something happens on this thing, see you later. Bye-bye.